guys. I want to do another video on fear, but take it from a different angle. And some of you may be asking, like, why are you doing so many videos on fear? And number one, because whatever comes to me and I feel called to do a video on, I do. And then number two, because we're literally moving into a space in human history in our evolution where we navigate the world now moving forward via energy, no longer by physicality first and foremost. So there's a lot of different paradigms we can play in these days. And at the end of the day, paradigms tell you whether something is good or bad for you, right? I'm playing in this idea, I'm playing in this belief system, I'm playing in this idea that if I microwave my food, I'm going to be taking in lower frequency food because of the electromagnetic waves, and if I'm a higher frequency being, then it may disrupt me. So I laugh because I've held this belief for a long time, and look, this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right either. What I am saying is, number one, it's okay to have your beliefs. And for me, at the end of the day, am I going to be having microwave food every single day? Hell no. Hell no. Because again, for me, I hold the belief that things that are more, you can say baked in the sun, if you have a bowl of fruit out, sitting in the sun all day, or vegetable juice, that's organic, that's going to be more nutritious and more empowering for your body versus something in the microwave. However, I had something in the microwave today because I was feeling called to do it. And I felt how much fear was around myself eating that thing because it was in the microwave, and I rarely have anything using the microwave. And here's the thing about fear and beliefs and operating in this world now. Yes, we get to have beliefs, yes, we get to hold higher frequency paradigms, but we get to also look at what expense are we holding those things? Are we being so rigid with ourselves where we're putting ourselves in a spiritual box now because we've taken on these higher paradigms, right? And for me, the experience today was noticing how much fear I held around the food. When fear, again, will find its way in the back door to try and control you, to try and put you in a lower state. Now, can you still play in the fear if you're having the microwave food if you want to? Sure, why not? Knock yourself out. But what I'm playing in now, what I'm choosing to play in now and experiment with is, what if the microwave food doesn't affect me in a negative way? Now, again, that's hard to hold for some spiritual minded people because they're like, no, well, wait a minute. No, it's a lower frequency. But again, what if I'm more powerful than that? What if you're more powerful than that? Again, not to say if your resonance, like mine, is more with organic food, fruits, vegetables, yada, 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 that, I'm not having microwave food every single night. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, it's not having little physical things outside of us control us anymore. Right? It's about being honest with yourself, and yet at the same exact time, can we thoroughly enjoy having a chocolate chip cookie, even if you know you're using it to bypass, even if you know you're using it and perhaps the highest choice isn't to have it. Guys, we get to take this pressure off of ourselves. And I'm saying this as someone who, I'm walking a very high, again, even saying a high line, don't put me on a pedestal, but I'm to be honest, I'm walking a very deep spiritual path right now, right? And even, again, take me off the pedestal, but I'm just being honest. I am. I've done a lot of, I'm going very deep. I'm going very deep. There's no right or wrong, but I'm going very deep. And when you start to go very deep on this path, sometimes you forget that, like, the best thing to do is sometimes the opposite. The best thing to do sometimes when you're so worried about, your digestive tract clearing and all of this stuff is like to do the opposite, to have a fucking cookie, to have a microwave meal, to have a piece of fried chicken, whatever it is. And can we do these things from a state of love and not fear? Can we notice the spiritual programming of, oh my God, I'm having a piece of fried food? And again, can we start to pick up on the energetic experience that we're creating for ourselves when it doesn't necessarily have to be that way? Right? I talk about this a lot, but it's something that's been in my field a lot, of like giving our power away to these, again, God love them, and I'm like headed in that general direction, not as strict, but these breatharians, these green juice communities, as I've deemed them now, strict like vegans or people who are gluten free. Again, God love them, but if it's not in your resonance, can you see that you've been giving your power away and kind of dimming your own experience of exploring and playing in this multi-dimensional world that we live in? There's been many times where I've given my power away to fear by doing a spiritually high thing in that spiritually high paradigm. But what I'm learning and what I've been experiencing is throwing all paradigms out, even if it's spiritual, even if it says that, if you're feeling, again, like digestive sensations in your body, you need to let it clear out. You need to just drink water for 3 days. What if you have a fucking cookie? Or whatever your cookie is. What if you have mac and cheese? Right? And again, I'm talking to you at this higher level of, I've done a lot of the work already, right? Or perhaps you've done a lot of the work already, or perhaps, I'm not talking to you as someone who's like super, zombie-like in their life, who's eating mac and cheese every night. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you've sat in it, right? You've sat in it, perhaps for, 20 minutes, perhaps for a couple of hours, perhaps an entire day or two, right? And you're like, I want a fucking cookie, or I want this, or, like, I know I'm still clearing things in my body, but like, I really want this piece of meat, whatever it is. In my experience, the last couple of months, if you allow yourself to have that thing without fear, it can oftentimes be better than staying in that very strict spiritual paradigm. When you choose not to play in that strict spiritual paradigm, can you also choose not to play in fear? Yeah. Because a lot of us have interlocked to the two. Fear is very sneaky. It's not as powerful as you, because you're a beam of bright, beautiful light on this planet, that if you knew your full power, and many of you are starting to come into that, you would never be afraid of fear ever again. But fear is very sneaky and likes, again, to use anything that's anything it can to sneak in and to play with you. But when you become aware of that, even if you have a microwave meal, God help us, or a chocolate chip cookie, or a glass of wine or beer, or, have a hookup, God help us, or anything, that you can allow yourself to relax. You can allow yourself to not charge approach the food with fear or the experience with fear. Okay, I hope this helps. Have a good night, guys.